So, okay, chair, stay still. So it's been a few weeks since I did the 50-mile ultra, but I want to kind of share a little bit about my experience on the ultra. I didn't really film that much, which you'll see in the little clips I put together, because honestly it was kind of my first time vlogging, and a lot of the time was me racing and recovering after, so I honestly didn't film much. So this video is kind of just little clips put together. Might not make sense, might be boring, but if you want to watch it, watch it. It's kind of just my experience going to Texas, like Austin, Texas to be specific, and racing a 50-mile ultramarathon overnight with a broken foot and a messed up knee. So yeah, backstory. 2 months ago, well, 2 months before the race, I found out this chair. I found out that BPN was putting Bare Performance Nutrition. I found out they were putting together a overnight 50-mile ultramarathon in Texas on a ranch at an unknown location. Me, I was started to train for an Ironman that I was gonna do end of September. So this ultra was June 14th, 2024. And so I was like, you know what? They threw out this lottery draw, so only 100 people got picked. I threw in this, I threw my name into this lottery. You only had a certain window, maybe like 3 or 4 hours to put your name in. I don't know, because I wasn't really paying attention to it much. And then a couple days later, I was getting ready for work, and it's like, congratulations! I got an email and I got selected. And which was very like a dream. It felt like a dream because I've been following Bare Performance Nutrition for the last 4 or 5 years. Reason I have the Go On More tattoo. And I was like, this is my moment. This is meant for me. But I'm like, it's only 2 months away. How am I gonna train? So immediately I was like, well, I'm going. It wasn't a question, I'm going. So then I found a coach. I had an ultra plan. I think I was good for like the first month of running. It was chilly running outside, but then I think the volume got to me, like the drastic increase in running. So then my foot started bothering me, and then my knee was kind of bothering me. So got an x-ray. They said there was not much. They referred me to get a bone scan, but I hadn't gotten that. So then I just assumed it was a stress fracture because it wouldn't have really been anything else. Fast forward to the 3 weeks leading up to the race, I was in an air cast. So I was hobbling around on an air cast, swimming, biking, doing anything other than running, which was like heartbreaking for me because I wanted to do this race so bad, and I've always wanted to do an ultra marathon. I mean, it wasn't planned this year, but I always wanted to do one. And then a week out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna test out my foot. I ran maybe two days the week of the run, so I was happy with that. But to be cautious, I still went in the air cast to the race. I was like, I don't even care if I have to finish this thing in the boot. I'm doing it because I'm committed to doing it, and this race meant a lot to me, and I was not pulling out no matter what somebody told me. It was important to me, so I knew I'd have to deal with the consequences of the injuries after. I mean, it really hit hard when a training run. I had a 3-hour training run, and that was like miserable. I couldn't move my left knee after, and my right knee I couldn't walk. So that was kind of the tough part of training. So yeah, you'll see I'm hobbling around the airport in an air cast. And then after the race, I didn't really film much because I was pretty tired. It was an overnight ultra called Survive the Night. So I was pretty tired, couldn't move, so everything was kind of just boring. There wasn't much to record. Absolutely loved every part of the trip though. And yeah, so I'm just gonna show some clips. If you want to skip through, but I'm more documenting it for myself rather than for entertainment because I really wanted to remember the trip. And going back, I wish I did record more, but hey, things happen. Memories are all in my head, so even though you guys won't see it, I can see it clearly in my memory. And Bear Performance Nutrition did an awesome job. They have a podcast on it. They have a YouTube video on it. I can put the links in below, as everybody says. But yeah, here's a bit of my trip to Texas. Look at me, wow. So, gotta catch my flight for 6 a.m. So I gotta catch a taxi at 4:30. So I just have a final few things to pack. Can't even talk so early. So I'm just gonna pack my food and then I will talk to you at the airport because I can't miss my flight. Arrived in Vancouver. This ugly turquoise ground is disgusting. Basically every time I'm at the airport I just do laps. I just walk back and forth for probably like over an hour. 6:52 on Thursday morning. I have three hours to kill on a layover. Yep, 20-minute flight and then 3-hour layover. Just doing a 15-minute walk before I eat. And after I eat, I will probably do another hour walk. So I'm gonna be sitting for 4.5 hours. I get very antsy, so there's never any excuses. You can always get your steps in at the airport. Just eating right now. Don't screenshot that. I always pack my own food when I travel. A lot of people buy like candy, junk food, McDonald's, Starbucks. Hey, even some people are drinking at this time, but this is what I have packed. Right now I'm eating beef sausage. I have some beef tallow, a little bit of rice because my race is tomorrow, so I'm trying some rice. Packed a carnivore bar. Made these dehydrated beef heart cookies. Also have a couple things in here. A can of emergency salmon. And then on the flight I'll have this. It is Equip Foods protein powder and some collagen, and then I have some MCT oil that I'll put into it. So I'm just gonna eat this, and also these are great for traveling. These are called the carnivore bars, grass-fed beef and tallow. If you want to give them a try, use my code IZZY10 and you'll save 10% off. So I'm just gonna eat this, probably go for like an hour walk around the airport, and then hit my next flight. Just got on the plane. I have the whole flippin' aisle seats to myself. So when you know it's gonna be a good trip. So excited. So excited. Texas, here we come. arriving in the Austin airport. Let's go. And I felt the heat right when I got out of the plane, so girl's excited. So excited because I've been wanting to go to HEB for probably a couple years now. I see a lot of people like comment how there's really good meat here. That's all I eat is meat. But let's go check it out. Yeah, none of this. Currently making maple syrup gels. Putting about 50 grams of maple syrup in each one, which is about 30 grams of carbs. I know I'm mostly carnivore, but I was instructed by my coach to use the carbs because it's going to keep you mentally more sharp. You don't want your muscle glycogen to like run out of stores and then just bonk. So, trying to trust the process as much as I don't want carbs. I actually still really want to do well. So I'm not saying you can't perform without carbs. I'm just saying sometimes it gives you slight advantage. So that's the problem, is when you run into like health versus like elite performance, you're not always going to get both necessarily. A lot of times people do carnivore to heal autoimmune, which I have, but at the same time I want to perform well, so just one day, one night, have 15 hours to do it, shove a lot of carbs into me, so there's no real right or wrong. I'm going to listen to my body. I also have quite a bit of carnivore bars that I'm going to bring. Have my MCT oil that I'm going to bring. I'm like shaking because of the carbs already. What else do I have? White rice. I bought some white rice. Bit of sushi. A bit of white rice. It's already made, but there's nothing added to it, only organic white jasmine rice, and that's going to be waiting for me after the ultra. I also bought some processed meat, which honestly I never buy, but again, it's just something quick in a pinch that I can roll up and snack on, and it'll probably digest fast. So only about 7 hours to go. I'm so fired up, so fired up. So this is everything I am bringing for the ultra. Got some sushi, probably gonna have that at like 3 a.m. Caffeine pills, rice cakes. They are brown rice cakes, but I honestly probably won't even eat them. Some element packages for sodium and electrolytes. It's got some beef chips. All it is just dehydrated beef. The Power Puck, tallow, beef protein isolate, and dehydrated beef. Carnivore bars, again, tallow, dehydrated beef. Got these cassava flour tortillas, never had them before. Might just get it in case I ever want to make like a wrap with these oven roasted meat slices. I got some white rice, maple candies, 7 grams of carbs per maple cookie. It's just like literally maple syrup, that's it. And my homemade maple syrup gels. These are 50 mils, only 30 grams of carbs in each. This is my Lifesaver MCT oil, have it daily. Coconut oil, I'll put these two in gel packages as well. Have some coconut water just in case. Haven't had it in like a year or so, but nothing, don't really want it to be honest. And then my protein powder and some salt pills just in case. So I am ready to go. Small girl, gonna eat a lot. So just chilling in the car. Took about 45 minutes to get here. It's on this like gravel trail road. It's gonna be like a 5-mile loop, just 10 kilometers. You gotta do that times. It's very hot. It's like 35 degrees. And not much going on over there. There's some porta potties, which of course I stopped at right when I got here. And then have the medals hanging, which I'm gonna get, even if I have to wear this boot. But I think it's good because I'm gonna leave my food in the trunk, and then when I come running along here, I can just grab my food. This is all my food. That's the food I have. So yeah, I stole toilet paper from the hotel. Take some caffeine pills soon. Got my water filled up. Already getting stacked. But yeah, so maybe I'll show you a bit of what's going on up there. Also, apparently there's only 10 of us girls running, so might get knocked over by some boys, but it's okay, I'll knock them out. Drinking some electrolytes wherever they are. Element tea. Yes, I'm drinking a plastic water bottle because that's all I have right now. About an hour to go.
To survive the night.
Providence inside.
Hell yeah. Alright, who's coming from out of Texas? Who's coming from out of the United States? That's what I'm talking about. So this is going to be the safety brief. I'm going to hand it off to Joe, Tony, Hope. But I just want to say a few words just to welcome you to the ranch. This is Joe's family's ranch, and Joe was kind enough to let us take over this property and put on this amazing event. that is just going to be one of the craziest things we've done. You know, all this planning has been going on in the background as you guys have been training, preparing, and the whole team has put in a lot of work. Tony and Hope have put a lot of work in alongside Joe. And as I was pulling up, driving up the road, looking at what's out here with the start finish line, the tents, the campers, the vehicles, like this is an actual race. We got an actual ultra going on. So you guys are here because your lottery ticket was selected. So congratulations on getting lucky. But now you gotta put in the work. But we just want to say a few words, go over safety. But I just wanted to say welcome to the BPN 50-mile overnight ultra. Survive the night. Thank you, Joe and family, for allowing us to do this and bring all these amazing people to this amazing property and the beautiful state of Texas. So welcome. Without further ado, Joe Gatlin.
You guys here.
Be loud, Joe.
I'm so excited you guys are here. I met Nick like 5 years ago, and if future me told me that back then that Nick Bear would ask me to do a race here, I probably would have shat my pants. Like, so it's truly an honor, and like I'm just sincerely touched that you all made it out here to this little piece of paradise. So thank you. A little bit about the course and about the ranch. It's a working ranch. There's leptobacteria in the ponds. There is tetanus on the barbed wire. Nothing has been safety proofed and nothing will be safety proofed. And if you are not okay with that, do not start the race. Right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a bull from the back pasturing. So don't start this race unless you know that there's some serious risk, okay?
I'm dying. "13 kilometers to go. Can't even walk. Can't even run. What I'm doing." So I haven't looked at any messages yet, but thank you to everybody that sent me a message. I did finish the race. That's all I'm gonna say right now. I can't move at all, but I will keep you updated. I'm hurting so bad. Send help. Send help. pulling up to Terry Black's barbecue. Apparently this is like the best barbecue place in Texas. I was not leaving Texas without brisket. Let's go. Arrived to BPN. I am going for a workout at 9 a.m. in the gym, and then I'll be getting a tour around the warehouse at 10 a.m. with Tony. The other day when I checked in for the race and I pulled up to the warehouse, it was like just so surreal because I always watch his YouTube, and like I just felt like I was watching YouTube, but I was actually there. So it's weird to like see the logo, see the room that he podcasts in, the kitchen when I walked in. But that's really all I saw, so I want to get a feel for the whole thing. And I'm excited. Can't wait. Just wrapped up my workout at BPN. Wild. Can't even believe I'm here. And now for post-race recap. It was the most pain I've ever been in my entire life, and I have been in a lot of pain before. I was basically shuffling with straight legs for the last 25 miles. I just kept squatting to try and loosen up my legs. Every time I ran, my knee kind of was like catching, and I would like fall almost. And it wasn't really helpful because the opposite foot was, it was like a knife was stabbing right through my foot. So yeah, could not move after at all. Could not do anything. But like I said, I knew I would have to deal with the consequences after. During the race, it wasn't even an option. I didn't even think about stopping. I was like, I'm finishing. And even my run was faster than a walk. Like, even thinking back, I can't even tell you how much pain I was in. But I was like, this race is probably the most important race to me that I'll ever do in my entire life, because of the company that was putting it on, that I've been following for so long. They're the reason why I was doing the ultra. I was like, there's no way I'm not doing this race. Some people might have thought it was stupid, but other people are calling me David Goggins, the female version of David Goggins. But you know what? I did it for myself, because I've been through a lot of stuff the last 2 years, and that has pushed me through. Races like that, I just think back to those moments, and if I could get through those moments in my life, I can get through this race. So I ended up finishing just under 11 hours, like met so many amazing people. You saw I got a tour of the Bear Performance Nutrition headquarters, which was very surreal because I'm used to just watching it on a little YouTube screen. It's something I will never forget, and it just makes me kind of want to document my journey a bit more. And like I said, I'm not trying to be like every other YouTuber out there. I just really want to remember these moments, because now when I look back on the videos, I'm like, yeah, that was cool. So I just want to look back on all the memories and like have an actual real life image of it instead of just the memories in my head. I would do everything over again in a heartbeat. I'm dealing with the consequences now of the injuries. Sucks not running, but I ran my total heart out, and it was truly the best experience of my life. So thank you, Bear Performance Nutrition, for putting on such an awesome race and treating the athletes the way you did treat them, because it's those little things that people remember. It was just amazing. So thank you. And thanks for everybody that messaged me after the race, congratulating me. It might not feel like much, but every little message means a lot to me, and it just makes that achievement so much better when you know you have people backing you and are inspired by you. So thank you.